Welcome to 2023 CompTIA A+ practice test. This test has 60 questions with explained answers that will help you prepare for the test. Before we get started, don't forget to zap that like button to see more videos like this. Now here's to your CompTIA instructor to walk you through your questions.
Question 1. What is the most common type of memory upgraded in a PC to increase the number of programs and applications that can be run simultaneously? A. CMOS, B. Flash, C. ROM, D. RAM. The correct answer is D. RAM. All applications and programs must be loaded into RAM to access them. This makes RAM a prime target for upgrades to increase the number and size of items it can hold. The more RAM that is available typically provides a better performance. Question 2. Where is the BIOS stored in a standard PC? Question 2. Where is the BIOS stored on a standard PC? A. RAM, B. HDD, C. SSD, D. ROM. The correct answer is D. ROM. ROM was created as a read-only type of memory. Storing your BIOS in the ROM of your PC ensures that your computer can successfully boot up and that no modifications can be made to prevent your system from loading. Question 3. Which of these is not a valid reason to install a new expansion card in your PC? A. To connect an extra monitor, B. To increase the number of network interfaces, C. To add a VGA connection, D. To boost CPU performance. The correct answer is D. To boost CPU performance. Expansion cards are primarily installed to add additional capabilities to your computer, such as adding another connector type for a second monitor or adding another network connection. Hint: be alert for words like not, except, and other negative word forms in questions. These words change the purpose of your search for the correct answer. Question 4. Which type of RAID array provides zero redundancy? A. RAID 1, B. RAID 0, C. RAID 5, D. RAID 10. The correct answer is B. RAID 0. RAID 0 provides stripping of data across multiple drives, but does not mirror data onto any of the drives, providing zero redundancy. Question 5. What is the commonly used name for updating the contents of the BIOS? A. Overclocking, B. PXE boot, C. Flashing, D. Clocking. The correct answer is C. Flashing. It is commonly called flashing the BIOS when you replace, repair, modify, or update its contents. Question 6. Which of the following is not a standard rotational speed found on a hard drive? A. 5200, B. 5400, C. 7200, D. 10,000. The correct answer is A. 5200. Standard drive disks move at a rotational speed of 5400, 7200, or 10,000 revolutions per minute, RPM. Hint: be alert for words like not, except, and other negative word forms in questions. These words change the purpose of your search for the correct answer. Question 7. Ken is at the office enjoying some Netflix time while on break, when suddenly the sound stops coming out of his new speakers. Before he checks on anything, he contacts you at the IT help desk by phone. What is the first thing you would tell Ken to check? A. Check the video card drivers, B. Check for any recent automatic updates, C. Check to see if anything is unplugged, D. Check the sound card drivers. The correct answer is C. Check to see if anything is unplugged. When troubleshooting any kind of issue, you always want to start with the physical layer issues first, such as cabling unplugged, disconnected, or cut. This saves you a lot of time from troubleshooting more complex scenarios when the issue could have been someone tripped over the power cord and it came out of the socket. Refer to the OSI model for troubleshooting methodology. Question 8. A customer has come to you to help with his mobile phone battery. Earlier in the day, the customer noticed that the back of the device was bulging out and opened the case to find that the battery was swollen. What can cause batteries to swell? A. Firmware issue, B. Not fully charged, C. No cellular signal, D. Overheating. The correct answer is D. Overheating. Possible reasons for swollen batteries include overheating, overcharging, and just failing due to old age. This is a problem with all lithium-ion batteries, and the battery housing actually swells as a safety measure to contain the hazardous materials inside. Question 9. Your computer vendor is scheduled to stop by the office tomorrow morning to complete her 6-month maintenance on the new printer you recently purchased. Your boss has looked over the list of steps she plans to complete and is wondering how she will accomplish removing the toner dust from the printer. Which tool will the vendor use to accomplish this task? A. Toner probe, B. Toner vacuum, C. Toner spooler, D. Toner suction kit. The correct answer is B. Toner vacuum. A toner vacuum is a specialized piece of equipment used for removing toner dust from inside your printer. It is also an anti-static, so it won't damage any other sensitive components inside the printer. Question 10. Your company is starting to grow, and your CIO asks you to set up an extra printer solely for the executives to use. You grab an old printer out of the storage closet in the back, but it's filled with dust from sitting for so long. What common item could be used to clean the dust off the old printer? A. High-pressure capacitor, B. Compressor, C. Computer fan, D. Compressed air. The correct answer is D. Compressed air. Compressed air can be used to clean out dust and particles inside printers and computers. This typically comes packaged in an aluminum bottle. It's best to use in an open area or out of doors. Question 11. Your printer technician is troubleshooting the main company computer, and he could use your help. He says that all of the parts appear to be in good shape, and he can't see any mechanical reason why the printer isn't working. He asks you if you can restart the print service that manages the printing in the background. What is the name of this service? A. Maintenance Services, B. Windows Printing Services, C. Print Spooler, D. WinPrint. The correct answer is C. Print Spooler. The Print Spooler service is the part of the operating system that manages the majority of the print-related tasks. This is usually the main communications mechanism for sending print jobs from a computer to a printer. Question 12. After getting home from the office, you decide to play around with your computer settings before dinner to help prepare you for the new CompTIA A+ exam. While inside the BIOS, you notice that the date and time settings are all wrong, even though you just set them last night. This points to an issue with what component? A. Alkaline battery, B. CMOS battery, C. Corrupted hard drive, D. Bad operating system. The correct answer is B. CMOS battery. Incorrect BIOS date and time setting usually point. Incorrect BIOS date and time settings usually point to an issue with the CMOS battery. This is used to keep the settings intact within the BIOS even when the PC loses power after you shut it down. Incorrect BIOS date and time settings usually point to an issue with the CMOS battery. This is used to keep the settings intact within the BIOS even when the PC loses power after you shut it down. Question 13. Which type of connector is proprietary to Apple and can be plugged into your phone in any direction? A. MacBook, B. Lightning, C. Apple Pay, D. Micro USB. The correct answer is B. Lightning. The Lightning connector is solely used on Apple devices, such as iPhones and iPads. It provides for fast charging, and it does not have to be turned a specific way to connect it to the charge port on your phone. Question 14. Which allows you to add storage space to your mobile phone, but cannot be used on an Apple smartphone? A. Smart Memory Unit, SMU, B. Micro SD card, C. SSD, D. USB card. The correct answer is B. Micro SD card. Micro SD cards allow you to increase the storage space on your mobile phone. These are currently not available on Apple smartphones. Example, iPhones. Question 15. What type of adapter could you plug into your laptop to provide an additional port for an Ethernet connection? A. USB to RJ45 dongle. B. USB to RJ11 dongle. C. HDMI to VGA adapter. D. DVI to HDMI adapter. The correct answer is A. USB to an RJ45 dongle. This type of adapter plugs into the USB port on your device and can be used to plug in an extra physical Ethernet cable for a second network connection. Question 16. As most laptops are becoming smaller and smaller, they are beginning to be produced without optical drives. What type of accessory can be used in place of an onboard optical drive? A. External SATA drive. B. Thunderbolt adapter. C. A touchpad. D. USB optical drive. The correct answer is D. USB optical drive. This is becoming more common every day. As laptop manufacturers work to produce smaller form factors, they have to ultimately get rid of some of the connections on the computer. A USB optical drive plugs into the USB port and provides a way to use optical media. Question 17. What type of battery is the most commonly found in laptops produced today? A. Nickel cadmium. B. Nickel metal hydride. C. Duracell. D. Lithium ion. The correct answer is D. Lithium ion. These battery types are the most commonly used today inside laptops. Although they are popular, they do degrade over time and ultimately will need to be replaced with a new battery. Question 18. Which display technology works great for laptops, but can also be more expensive than alternatives? A. IPS. B. Fluorescent. C. LED. D. OLED. The correct answer is D. OLED. OLED is a great technology for displays that is pretty common with televisions and other mobile devices. However, these typically are not found on laptops due to the extra cost of the hardware, making them more expensive than LED or IPS monitors. Question 19. Jeff is working late on an office project and all of a sudden the batteries die in his wireless mouse that he had connected to his laptop. He has never used the touchpad, but now that he is out of batteries, he does not have a choice. When Jeff attempts to use the touchpad, he notices that he does not get any movement on the screen. What does Jeff need to do to fix this issue? A. Enable the touchpad. B. Adjust the screen orientation. C. Buy a new laptop. D. Make sure his wireless is turned on. The correct answer is A. Enable the touchpad. Some people opt to disable the touchpad on their laptop and instead prefer to use a wired or wireless mouse for movement. If you do this, remember to re-enable the touchpad by turning it on if you need to use it again. The icon and location for this function varies with the laptop make and model. Question 20. Sally is at her business office in a remote area in town, when suddenly her laptop loses internet access due to a thunderstorm. She is using satellite, so she may have to wait until the storm passes before her internet access is restored. She has only her cell phone with her and asks you for a temporary solution. What would you suggest? A. Power off the satellite, wait 30 seconds, then power it back on. B. Use the phone's Bluetooth ability. C. There is no temporary solution. D. Use the phone's tethering ability. The correct answer is D. Use the phone's tethering ability. Using your cell phone, you have the ability to turn on tethering. This effectively enables you to use your phone as a wireless router that can be connected to network devices, such as a laptop. A similar option is known as a mobile hotspot. Question 21. A network that connects two states would commonly be known as a network. A. Wide area. B. Hub area. C. Metropolitan area. D. Local area. The correct answer is A. Wide area. Question 22. A network of devices used in your car, such as connecting your cell phone to the car via Bluetooth, is known as what kind of network? A. MAN, B. PAN, C. LAN, D. WAN. The correct answer is B. PAN. PAN, Personal Area Networks, are networks designed just for you, typically in a very short range, connecting your cell phone to your car via Bluetooth or connecting a set of Bluetooth speakers to your cell phone, which would qualify as a PAN. Question 23. You've just installed a wireless access point upstairs in your new home. However, when you go down into the basement, you lose your signal and can no longer surf the internet. What type of equipment could you buy if you did not want to purchase another access point but wanted to keep wireless connectivity? A. Router, B. Hub, C. Switch, D. Repeater. The correct answer is D. Repeater. A repeater can resend the wireless signal into an area that is not covered by the original access point. This would be a good alternative option to buying another access point and can easily repeat the signal onto another floor of a home. Hint: be alert for words like not, except, false, incorrect, least, likely, and other negative word forms in questions. These words change the purpose of your search for the correct answer. Question 24. Switches that are configured to participate in routing decisions are commonly known as what? A. Layer 3 switch, B. Layer 2 router, C. Routing switch, D. Managed switch. The correct answer is A. Layer 3 switch. This is commonly referred to as a Layer 3 switch, as routing decisions work Layer 3 of an OSI model, network layer. Standard switches in general, or very basic environments, are normally considered Layer 2 devices and work primarily as plug and play with no way to change any settings, unmanaged switch. Question 25. What tool would help you secure the RJ45 connector to the wiring used for an Ethernet connection? A. Crimper, B. Tester, C. Multimeter, D. Stripper. The correct answer is A. Crimper. A connector is typically crimped as the last step in the process after creating an Ethernet cable. This securely tightens down the wiring to the correct spots inside the connector for electrical signals to pass. Question 26. After running 100 Ethernet cables in your new office, you find that one of the computers you connected them to is showing as if there is nothing connected. You need to find where the other end connects in the data closet, but you forgot to label the cables. What could you use to help find the other end of the cable? A. PoE injector, B. Toner probe, C. Cable tester, D. Punch down tool. The correct answer is B. Toner probe. By plugging in a tone generator at the jack of one end of the cable, you can find the other end by waving a toner probe around the area you think it could be. A loud tone noise will generate when you have found the end of the cable. Question 27. A very large enterprise has decided that they would like to make the move to cloud computing. However, they need to ensure that there is no risk of their data being accessed by others. The company is willing to spend as much money as it takes to ensure their data is secure and entirely owned by themselves. Which of the following cloud implementations would be the best choice for this organization? A. Private cloud, B. Secured cloud, C. Hybrid cloud, D. Confidential cloud. The correct answer is A. Private cloud. While private clouds are the most expensive of the cloud implementation options, they are also the most secure. If an organization has high security concerns and it can afford a private cloud, it is the best option. Question 28. An organization would like to move to the cloud. They have some data that is extremely sensitive, but they also have a lot of data that isn't private at all. They know that they would not be able to afford to move all of their data to a private cloud, but they would like a way to keep their sensitive data secure. What is the best option for this organization? A. Combined cloud, B. Hybrid cloud, C. mixed cloud, D, community cloud. The correct answer is B, hybrid cloud. Due to the high price of creating and maintaining a private cloud, many organizations use a hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud combines public, community, and private clouds to meet unique requirements. Question 29. One perk of virtualization is the ability to quickly add and remove resources to servers depending on your needs at the time. What is the term used to describe this? A. Rapid elasticity. B. Rapid flexibility. C. Rapid extensibility. D. Rapid availability. The correct answer is A. Rapid elasticity. Rapid elasticity is the term used to describe the flexibility of virtualization, which includes allowing users to add and remove resources to servers as they need them. On-demand self-service, on the other hand, deals with the ability for a user to set up any cloud resource in general without needing any human interaction. Example, having to ask someone on the IT team to set up a server for you. Question 30. The concept of combining resources from multiple physical servers into one bucket, which can be used as needed for virtual servers, is known as which of the following? A. Server combination. B. Server allocation. C. Resource pooling. D. Resource allocation. The correct answer is C. Resource pooling. Resource pooling is the concept of combining multiple physical server resources into one bucket or pool, which can then be used as needed for virtual servers. Question 31. Jordan runs a cooking website. His hosting provider bills him based on the amount of traffic his web servers get each day. What type of service is this? A. Measured service. B. Metered service. C. Visitor service. D. Traffic service. The correct answer is B. Metered service. Cloud providers who offer metered service will bill their clients based on specific measurements. These measurements could be based on a number of different items, including web traffic, bandwidth, and CPU usage or database usage. Many providers will offer the same service as both a metered and non-metered option. The difference is that metered services are billed based on actual usage of resources, whereas non-metered services are billed based on a flat rate for the use of resources, whether they are used or not. Question 32. Amy created a web application that helps users choose gifts for their friends and family. During major holidays, Amy allocates more resources to her web application so it can handle additional traffic. Her cloud hosting provider bills Amy based on the number of resources at a given time. This means that she is charged more during holidays when she adds the additional resources and charged less when she takes those resources away. What type of service is being provided to Amy? A. Metered service. B. Resource service. C. Mixed service. D. Measured service. The correct answer is A. Metered service. Cloud providers who offer metered service will bill their clients based on specific configurations. These could be based on a number of different items, including CPU or memory configuration. Many providers will offer the same service as both a metered and non-metered option. The difference being that metered services can be increased or decreased based upon your expected demand, whereas non-metered services are a preset configuration of resources and billed for the full capacity of the preset build, whether they are used or not. Question 33. A user has files stored on his laptop using a cloud file storage service. He was also able to access those same files on his desktop computer. What makes this possible? A. Shared software. B. Coordinated software. C. Replication apps. D. Synchronization apps. The correct answer is D. Synchronization apps. Many cloud file storage services use synchronization apps that allow users to access the same version of the files on multiple devices. Question 34. A user is constantly receiving error messages relating to the hard drive on his Windows workstation. What command line utility would he use to verify the integrity of the drive? A. Defrag, B. Fdisk, C. Fs check, D. Check disk. The correct answer is D. Check disk. The system tool used to verify disk integrity is check disk, which is run from the system command prompt. When run with no parameters set, it will simply display the disk status. If the /R option is added to the command, check disk will locate bad sectors and attempt to recover lost data. Question 35. A help desk employee is talking to a user who cannot connect to the internet. You ask the user if he can see where the Ethernet cable connects to the system and if the small link integrity lamp is on. The user says there does not appear to be any light anywhere near the connection. The user confirms that the other end of the Ethernet cable is plugged into the wall socket. What do you think is the most likely cause of this problem? A. The Ethernet cable is broken. B. The IP address is wrong. C. Power is lost to the PC. D. The default gateway settings are incorrect. The correct answer is A. The Ethernet cable is broken. If the link integrity indicator does not light up when the cable is plugged in, it indicates there is no connection to the remainder of the LAN. Question 36. A help desk employee is talking to a user who is able to print to the network printer but cannot connect to the internet. Which of the following issues could account for this? A. The default gateway is down. B. The user's system has a virus. C. The PC is in sleep mode. D. The user has the wrong IP address assigned to his PC. The correct answer is A. The default gateway is down. If the default gateway goes down, it does not affect the local area network, so he would be able to print. However, if the default gateway went down, users would not be able to access the internet. Question 37. An IT analyst is troubleshooting a network issue at the command prompt. Question 37. An IT analyst is troubleshooting a network issue at the command prompt and enters a command that displays information about the IP address, port number, and connectivity state. What command did the IT analyst issue? A. ARP, B. Ping, C. NSLOOKUP, D. Netstat. The correct answer is D. Netstat. The command netstat is used to display information about the current state of network connections. This is a helpful troubleshooting tool to aid any IT support team for a variety of issues, and certainly network issues in particular. Question 38. While in the command line mode, a user finds an empty directory that is no longer in use. What command would allow him to remove the directory? A. RD, B. Erase, C. Xcut, D. Delete. The correct answer is A. RD. To erase a directory, the command is RD. RMDIR will do the same thing. Question 39. While in the command line mode, a user moves down 2 directories to view the contents of the subdirectory. What command would be used to move back to where the user started? A. MV2, B. Back to, C. CD ... D. Move to. The correct answer is C. CD ... The command cd, change directory, ... 2 dots, means the directory above, so ... would move you up 2 directories. Question 40. As a system administrator, you are responsible for supporting numerous remote users on the corporate network. What protocol would you use that would allow you to connect to remote users' workstations to assist in the native OS interface? A. TFTP, B. Telnet, C. RDP, D. SSH. The correct answer is C. RDP. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, provides the ability to remotely log into computers to support remote users, among other uses. Once connected, this presents you with the same screen that a user would see on their end. While you can connect to remote systems with Telnet and SSH, these options will only connect you to a command line or shell, not the default user interface of someone's PC. Question 41. Sue finds that she is unable to connect to the Internet. She opens a command line prompt and enters ipconfig and determines that her IP address is 169.254.17.200, which is not her network. What is a likely cause of the problem? A. She is unable to connect to the DHCP server. B. The MAC address on her NIC was changed. C. The NIC is defective. D. A virus was attached to the system BIOS. The correct answer is A. She is unable to connect to the DHCP server. When she powered on her computer, it should connect to the DHCP server to acquire an IP address. If the DHCP server is down, her system will assign itself an API-IPA address in the range of 169.254.0.1 through 169.254.255.254. Then sends a broadcast to ensure no other PCs is currently using that address. Unfortunately, the address 169.254.17.200 that her system randomly chose is not on her network, so she will not be able to communicate. Question 42. A user is constantly receiving error messages relating to the hard drive on his Windows workstation. What command line utility would he use to verify the integrity of the drive? A. Defrag, B. Fdisk, C. fscheck, D. Check disk. The correct answer is D. Check disk. The system tool used to verify disk integrity is check disk, which is run from the system command prompt. When run with no parameters set, it will simply display the disk status. If the /R option is added to the command, check disk will locate bad sectors and attempt to recover lost data. Question 43. A help desk employee is talking to a user who cannot connect to the Internet. You ask the user if he can see where the Ethernet cable connects to the system and if the small link integrity lamp is on. The user says there does not appear to be any light anywhere near the connection. The user confirms that the other end of the Ethernet cable is plugged into the wall socket. What do you think is most likely cause of this problem? A. The Ethernet cable is broken. B. The IP address is wrong. C. Power is lost to the PC. D. The default gateway settings are incorrect. The correct answer is A. The Ethernet cable is broken. If the link integrity indicator does not light up when the cable is plugged in, it indicates there is no connection to the remainder of the LAN. Question 44. A help desk employee is talking to a user who is unable to print to the network printer, but cannot connect to the Internet. Which of the following issues could account for this? A. The default gateway is down. B. The user's system has a virus. C. The PC is in sleep mode. D. The user has the wrong IP address assigned to his PC. The correct answer is A. The default gateway is down. If the default gateway goes down, it would not affect the local area network, so he would be able to print. However, if the default gateway went down, users would not be able to access the Internet. Question 45. An IT analyst is troubleshooting a network issue at the command prompt and enters a command that displays information about the IP address, port number, and connectivity state. What command did the IT analyst issue? A. ARP, B. Ping, C. NSLOOKUP, D. Netstat. The correct answer is D. Netstat. A. ARP, B. Ping, C. NSLOOKUP, D. Netstat. The correct answer is D. Netstat. The command netstat is used to display information about the current state of network connections. This is a helpful troubleshooting tool to aid any IT support team for a variety of issues, and certainly network issues in particular. Question 46. While in the command line mode, a user finds an old empty directory that is no longer in use. What command would allow him to remove the directory? A. RD, B. Erase, C. Xcut, D. Delete. The correct answer is A. RD. To erase a directory, the command is RD. RMDIR will do the same. Question 47. While in the command line mode, a user moves down 2 directories to view the contents of the subdirectory. What command would be used to move back to where the user started? A. MV2, B. Back to, C. CD ... D. Move to. The correct answer is C. CD ... The command CD change directory ... 2 dots means the directory above, so ... would move you up 2 directories. Question 48. As a system administrator. Question 48. As a system administrator, you are responsible for supporting numerous remote users on the corporate network. What protocol would you use that would allow you to connect to remote user workstations to assist with the native OS interface? A. TFTP, B. Telnet, C. RDP, D. SSH. The correct answer is C. RDP. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, provides the ability to remotely log into computers to support remote users, among other uses. Once connected, this presents you with the same screen that a user would see on their end. While you can connect to remote systems with Telnet and SSH, these options will only connect you to a command line or shell, not the default user interface of someone's PC. Question 49. As a system administrator, you are responsible for supporting numerous remote systems on the corporate network. You will be using the Remote Desktop Protocol to assist users with system issues they may have. What port number is used by this protocol? A. 80, B. 23, C. 445, D. 3389. The correct answer is D. 3389. RDP used port 3389, and at each end the firewall must be adjusted to allow access through that port. Question 50. Jeff is in the break room at work cleaning out one of the old printers with a shop vacuum. After walking in, you ask Jeff to stop immediately, informing him that he could be damaging the printer components by using the shop vacuum. What type of vacuum should he use to clean out the printer? A. Dell All-in-One Vacuum, B. Specialized Anti-Static Vacuum, C. Laser Vacuum, D. Fireproof Vacuum. The correct answer is B. Specialized Anti-Static Vacuum. When working inside computers or other electrical devices, only specialized vacuums should be used. These devices are specially made so they do not damage your electrical components. Question 51. After a recent power outage knocked the company offline for 30 minutes, the executives have been discussing how to keep this from happening again. They bring you in, as an IT expert, to help with the planning and design phases. One executive asks how you can tell how much of a surge can be handled by a surge suppressor. What do you tell him? A. dB rating, B. Capacitor A level, C. Spike rating, D. Joule rating. The correct answer is D. Joule rating. The amount of surge a suppressor can handle will be measured in joules. A higher rating in this category will equate to being able to protect more effectively against higher voltages on the line. Question 52. After marketing yourself as an IT consultant, one potential client gives you a call about some network design work at his company. He works in a factory setting where there are tons of airborne particles constantly afloat. He asks you what special considerations he should make with regard to setting up his computers. What special safety devices would fit his environment well? A. Air filters. B. Surge protectors. C. Air masks. D. Enclosures. The correct answer is D. Enclosures. Enclosures are specially made housings for computers in warehouse or factory settings. They protect the computing devices from dust and particles moving around in such an environment. Question 53. What type of licensing model has its source code freely available to the public? A. Enterprise. B. Commercial. C. Open commercial. D. Open source. The correct answer is D. Open source. Open source programs have their source code freely available for others to edit and make changes to it as they see fit. Some feel that the software program will be even better if the public is able to evaluate it and make recommendations based on the code itself, leading to a more robust piece of software. Question 54. A form of malware that has the ability to replicate without any intervention is referred to as A. Crawler. B. Botnet. C. Worm. D. Trojan horse. The correct answer is C. Worm. A worm is a form of malware that is similar to a virus, except that it can replicate on its own without any human intervention. Question 55. While logged into your home office router, you notice a log message describing that someone else has recently logged in to the administrative interface. This is a brand new router, and the only person you have given the Wi-Fi credentials to is a guest that was visiting. You suspect that your guest has somehow figured out the password to your router. What important security step did you forget to complete when setting up the new home router? A. Change the public IP address. B. Change default usernames and passwords. C. Lock your router in a secured location. D. Download the new firmware. The correct answer is B. Change default usernames and passwords. This is one of the most important steps when buying a new home office router. Nearly every router of the same make and model comes with the same default username and password for accessing the administrative login, separate from the Wi-Fi login. This login is used to gain administrative access to the device and modify things like security settings, port forwarding, device logs, and more. If you don't change these defaults, someone could literally just guess the combination by trying all the default usernames and passwords for the most common SOHO devices. This list is widely published on the internet, and you can find one example of such list here: https://proprivacy.com/guides/default-router-login-details. Question 56. You just received a phone call from a client who is on the internet about to fill in information requesting personal account numbers and bank information. He states he received an email from his bank informing him that his credit card number may have been compromised by a security breach reported by a major hotel chain. He was directed to an official-looking website that requested bank information and account numbers. What form of security threat is he facing? A. Phishing. B. Spoofing. C. Ransomware. D. Trojan horse. The correct answer is A. Phishing. Phishing scams are commonly used by criminals to obtain sensitive user information. A phishing scam usually begins with someone, something, masquerading as a trustworthy entity in some form of electronic communication. Question 57. When someone is assigned only the rights and privileges necessary to do her job, this is referred to as A. Principle of least privilege. B. Controlled access. C. Superuser. D. Administrator privilege. The correct answer is A. Principle of least privilege. To allow users enough flexibility to perform their job, but prevent them from accessing areas they are not allowed to access, is referred to as the principle of least privilege. Question 58. A client calls and wants to be able to view, search, or even edit the system registry file What would you suggest? A. regedit, B. msedit, C. sysedit, D. sysconfig. The correct answer is A. regedit. Regedit allows users to view, search, and edit the system registry file. Be certain to explain to the client the issues with editing the registry. Question 59. You have just completely removed viruses from a system. According to the CompTIA A+ specifications, the seventh and the final step in the best practices for removing malware is A. Educate the end user, B. Quarantine the affected system, C. Disable system restore, D. Download latest virus definition files. The correct answer is A. Educate the end user. The final step in the best practices for removing malware would be to educate the end users, inform them of any company policies regarding email and internet usage. Question 60. A user calls the hotline wanting to know where he can view error logs in his Linux system. Where is the most common location for these files on a Linux system? A. /home/log, B. /user/error, C. /root/user/error, D. /var/log. The correct answer is D. /var/log. Most releases of Linux store errors files. Most releases of Linux store error files in the /var/log directory.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you still need more practice, check out these videos.